Wolfpack, how are you doing, Wolfpack? How's it going, Wolfpack? Good morning, Wolfpack. Greetings as I, Category Jinro, your resident werewolf VTuber, and welcome back to the Moonlight Brew, where we serve adult beverages as well as coffee. Although, for some of you today, this morning, it probably is a little too early for adult beverage, so perhaps maybe I should offer you a coffee. Unless, obviously, you're in a different part of the world, then, get your drink on if you can. Okay, so today for Saturday morning, we are going to be playing, as it's scheduled in here, Minecraft. I will be playing it on the Nintendo Switch platform because it really doesn't make any sense for me, who already owns the game on the Nintendo Switch, to buy it again on the PC version. On top of that, I'm not the biggest hardcore Minecraft player, as you will see when we get into the game. I will start a brand new worlds in survival, so we won't, be a filthy casual and playing creative. We'll do a survival world, and we'll build upon it. I think some of the goals that we're going to do today is make a very simple makeshift base, and then we'll start to begin the process of strip mining, which will probably take us a very good portion of the stream just to get it set up. And we'll start looking for resources that we need, such as copper, iron, gold. Really, we don't need too much of gold, at least in the beginning. Redstone, and diamonds. So let's get into it, Wolfies. All right. So as you can see, I already set up the world a little bit. So here we have the Moonlight Brew. As I promised, it's on survival mode, as well as as you can see here, seed that's going to be going through. So it's going to be randomly generated. So I don't know. I'm hoping I'm going to get a very good biome. I'm not going to constantly reset like some of the more hardcore Minecraft players would do, just simply because I think that would not necessarily be in our benefit. And on top of that, I really don't want to like cheat in survival mode. I'm not saying necessarily that that's a cheat, but I just feel like if you're manipulating the game state in that nature to just get a favorable result, it might not be good for you. All right, so I did put the coordinates on because I'm going to have a high tendency of potentially being lost here, and I did generate the map. So let's punch this tree and try to get some wood. I am playing again, like I mentioned, on Nintendo Switch, so it might not look as amazing as perhaps somebody who would be playing this on the PC version of Minecraft. One other thing that I will kind of give note to is that my Joy-Con does kind of drift a little bit because, anybody who owns a Nintendo Switch knows Joy-Con drift is pretty real in this age, Wolfie. So we're going to punch a whole bunch of trees. On top of that, I haven't played Minecraft in ages, so I'm going to be rusty in terms of just kind of getting the builds to work, as well as just kind of remembering everything. I know we have to make a crafting table, which we will do. I don't think I can reach that tree, and we'll like start to build some items, but let's get some wood because it's going to take us a while to get a decent base here. All right, let's punch more trees. I always find it funny how your character in the beginning can just simply punch a bunch of trees, and that's going to be... Now, my building, again, is going to be terrible. I'm just going to let you know, so that there's no bones about it. Oh, there's a chicken. Let's procure some meat. We'll just punch it to death right now. Sorry, PETA. All right, let's look around to see exactly what biome we're going to have here, too, because right now it looks like we might have spawned near the beach. And the beach is not necessarily the greatest place to build the base. But we have no choice. I guess we can have a beach front, because you saw a little drift on the Joy-Con there. So sometimes, like, if I'm not controlling, it'll just kind of drift a little bit towards the right side. Nintendo really gotta get their things. Let's look around a bit and see if we can find, like, a good area to try to build a makeshift base here, just in the beginning. Because right now, this type of area, it's not... A, we don't really know what's around here. B, it's really crowded with trees, which is not bad if we want resources. And it looks like it has some animals. That baby sheep. What's up, baby sheep? Do you got some wool for me? Because we definitely need wool for a bed, right? Did it give me wool? I don't think it gave me anything there. How dare you, baby sheep? I needed wool. I wanted to make a bed. There's a pig over here. We're going to ignore it for now. Let's look around. It's not too much, really, in terms of this area. It's like it just spawned us in a forest, which is fine and all, but I mean, I was hoping for better locale, at least from the get-go. So let's do some exploring. Maybe we get to a better area, because this is not gonna... It's gonna work in terms of lumber, but it's not gonna work in terms of, like, a good starting point for our base. So I think if we just kind of move around for a bit here, and we look at the coordinates a bit too, because I don't want to get necessarily lost, we can probably find something a little bit better. I'm gonna punch this tree out of the way. Okay. A lot of oak trees, and a lot of, if I remember correctly, that's spruce wood. So, I don't know, Wolfies. It's going to be challenging in the get-go, and I have only a certain amount of hours in the day before it gets to night. And when things get to nighttime, it's going to get rough. Very, very rough. And I might have to say unsay-so things, which we wouldn't want that to happen, Wolfies, would we? Alright. Let's look around. Like, it really just doesn't seem to be anything around here. Just trees. And more trees, which... I mean, if you love trees, this is the best spot to build something on, but the other problem is there's so many trees, I can't really build a good, decent base around here. Let's look around. What's here? Oh, yeah, we did spawn right by the water. I can't really build a base by the water right now. We don't have those type of resources. I would drown, so let's just try to make our way towards my north, upward, and see, maybe. I'm assuming if there's water there, we're going to find a beach. We might have to start a base on the beach, which could have a lot of problems for us long term. Let's punch this pig, because we're going to need some meat. Now we're going to starve to death. Come back here, piggy. Little pig, let me in. Not on the hair of my chinny chin chin. Alright, I huff and I puff and I'll blow your house down. Okay, let's go. This is looking a little bit more promising, potentially, for an area that we could build a base. Man, standing room only. I feel like I'm the tallest person in the room right now. Perhaps because I am. Alright. I see beach over that way, so I think we're just going to continue to go north. And see. Okay, there's waterway there. Okay, so there's a good supply of water, at least over here, which we'll need later on for when we try to make some vegetation of some sort to be able to, you know, appease PETA, so that we're not only eating pig meat and cow meat and mutton. Because mutton tastes really good too. If you've never had mutton, try it. Sorry, PETA. Okay. Yeah, we spawned probably not in the greatest of biomes. I'm going to build my base around here and see what we can do. We'll make a crafting table here in a second. Because we have a decent supply of trees, as you can see over there. We also have a decent supply of water around, which is something we need. There's animals around too. There looks like there's some potential vegetation. Another good thing is because we're near water, potentially what we could do, let's see, I'm gonna fill the sand up here, is potentially what we could do is we could even make like some crops of some sort to like generate paper, if I recall correctly. It's been anyway. Okay, so we gotta turn our oak into oak planks because we can't do anything with regular wood. You have to turn it into planks. That's part of the game. I don't make the rules. This is what the game wants us to do. Let's make a couple sticks. That way we can make actual equipment that we're going to need. I don't know where I'm going to put my crafting table, to be honest. I'm just going to put it here for the second. Things will be a little bit foggy for the beginning. Let's make a pickaxe. A wooden shovel might be useful. Suppose we could make a sword and an axe, because we don't really need a hoe right now. I got 99 problems with a hoe, ain't one of them right now. Okay, I suppose it's not very say-so for that. I apologize. Oop, sorry about that. Let's switch to... what is it for sand? Sand, you use a shovel, right? So let me move this over. Let's also put the sword, because if we run into an enemy right now, it'd be kind of annoying to deal with them. Let's switch the axe. Alright. Now the shovel will make it easier to get rid of this sand. Then what we're going to do is we're going to focus on building a base. I don't know how big of a base we should build in the beginning. Maybe we build a very modest base. Maybe we'll do like a 8x8. And then we'll build a little bit of a wall structure too if we have enough wood to do that. I think we're probably going to have to chop down some more trees because I don't think we're going to be able to successfully get what we want to do. Okay, good. Nice. Nice. Let me do something with my model a little bit, because I am a little bit too close to the game. I'm blocking a little bit there. So I was playing a different game, I didn't want to be that close to the screen. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can sort of see my... You'll be able to see a little bit more of my item inventory, too. Alright, so, I'm gonna break this because I want, obviously, my crafting table inside my house, and that's not really gonna help in that particular spot. Alright. I don't want to put sand. Nope. Let's get the wooden oak planks for now. I'm gonna build... obviously wood house in the beginning because I do not have cobblestone, so we better hope nothing that can set things on fire comes this way. On top of that, we better hope that a creeper doesn't spawn, because if a creeper spawns here, it will not only blow up my base, but it will probably sink my base with all my items. This is only a temporary house. We will build somewhere better in the beginning, just because we don't want to screw up nightfall here, so... Okay, let's see. Might not be a perfect 8x8, just so you know, because, again, for all intents and purposes, I'm an incredibly casual Minecraft player. I am not one of those super crazy Bob the Builder types. I just play for fun, I guess is the best way to put it. Let's see, if we put the crafting table in the middle if we want to. Let's see, I need to look around here. Let's get our wooden axe and chop more wood, because we really need more wood to build a wall. Okay, that's good. Yes, chop, chop, chop wood. I feel like a regular Paul Bunyan right now. There's a lot of animals around here too, so that's good. New recipes unlock. That's pretty good. It's getting a little bit dark. We gotta be careful here, wolfies, because as they say, the freaks come out at night, and some of these freaks are not very safe freaks to be around. All right. Yeah, it's getting dark really quick. This is not the most ideal situation. I wasted a lot of time because I needed to find a better location than when we started with. All right, let's chop down this tree. Hopefully that will not cause us any incidents. All right, really need more wood. We need a lot of wood here. Okay, this is a different type of wood. I actually haven't seen this one before. I wonder what update this came. Okay, let's be careful not drop down there, because dying would be bad. Dying would be very bad in survival, especially since we haven't been able to build a bed yet. Is that an Enderman? It is. We can't stare it in the face. We gotta look away, because if it sees us and gets angry, it's gonna clap my behind. And when it claps my behind, I am gonna be in for a bad spot. Let's just make the planks and pretend that that thing does not see us. Right? Okay. I think the Enderman is gone. Let's try to continue building our base, shall we, wolfies? Alright. So far, so good. I don't know how... We don't have that much wood. Oh, I see the Enderman again. I'm just gonna kind of build myself in here. Maybe like a fort for the moment. And then, like, there's a lot of angry things I see outside right now. And we don't really have that many resources. Oh, I'm gonna climb up here. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just building a makeshift, base for us. Don't mind me, skeletons that are around. Okay, let's put that there. Okay. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Oops. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, go, go, go. Oop. Okay. We're right. Nobody sees us. We're just minding our business, building a house in the night. Nothing possibly can go wrong right now, wolfies, right? Nothing possibly is gonna go wrong here. Oh, that's a creeper. Oh, I knew. Didn't I say? The first thing I said in the beginning was like building on sand was gonna be a very bad idea, because if a creeper showed up, it would just not only blow our house down, but the foundation. We've made some poor decisions already in this Minecraft world, wolfies. But I'm gonna stick to my guns. We need to survive the night. We'll put more sand here. It's okay. It's okay. It's a happy accident. You know what? It's just newbie stuff right now, right? Newbie booby mistake. Okay. All right. We're okay. Maybe. I hear something there. Hi. Oh no, we don't need sand there. Please go away. Hi. I hear like a spider. I think that's a spider. I don't know. let's just build wood here. Let's continue to build the base and mind our own business, and hopefully another creeper won't spawn and make my life a living nightmare. Can I jump there? Okay, good. All right, that cow is the bravest cow. So is that llama back there. When did llamas get added to the game? I don't remember llamas. All right, I think we're out of wood. Maybe. Oh no, we still can make planks. All right. Can we make planks? How many planks can I make? Are we out? New recipe? Okay. Good. Good, Wolfies, good. All right, we could kind of build a little bit more of the structure now. Maybe we should make a door. That way we can get in. Let's do the chest first. All right, I gotta queue it up here on the icon. Where is it? Okay, I gotta move some items around. Sorry that my side of the thing is blocking here, but I'm better on this side of the screen for Minecraft than I am on the opposite end. Because here I'm not blocking as vital information as the game. As for the skin, that's a skin that I just downloaded from like the marketplace for free. I don't obviously spend money in this game, not like I used to. I'll tell you a funny story. I actually had bought some Adventure Time DLC for Minecraft, and I couldn't remember the email that was attached to, and I lost all that DLC when an update happened. I never got it. I do also have the Mario DLC, but as I've told people before, on my Nintendo Switch account right now at the moment, I didn't renew my Nintendo Online, just because the internet works so weird with my Nintendo Switch that it's just kind of like a pain to even get things to work right with it. So I just choose not to use my Nintendo Switch Online, which I know is kind of weird for getting like Minecraft. Plus, I don't really know that many people on Minecraft to begin with, so it's not something that... There's a skeleton there. I'm waiting for it to pass so I can put the door here. Okay. Well, if we had a bed, that would be great right now, because if I die, we're going to lose our spawn point. Should I put the door here? Is this like the back area? Maybe? Yeah, let's not do that. And plus, there's a skeleton over that way, right? So, let's make the door over this way. I think it'll be safer this direction. Why am I not using my pickaxe? Well, let's just punch it. Because we have limited resources of wood too, so to waste a pickaxe here, I think would be foolish. Put the door. Okay. We have a door. Okay. This is like the longest night ever. Shouldn't it have been already over? Okay. I don't want to have to use one of my other blocks of wood here. I might have to. Is there anything else we can make? No, we're out of planks. Let's see. Could still make some weapons. I'm not going to do that because that'd be a waste of resources too. Is there anything else I can make? A bowl? I don't need that right now. Crafting table we already have. Sticks we already have. Some light sources would be good now, but I can't even make a campfire. Plus, with all this wood, we'd probably burn it down too, Wolfies, right? So maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should just be chill. Why won't this night end already, Wolfies? It's the longest night ever. Okay. I have two options here. I could go try to get more wood to finish this base and brave it out. If I do that, though, that would be kind of foolish. So I'm going to put what resources we've already gotten away, so that way I don't lose too much if we die. Yeah, let's be brave right now. Hi. I should probably queue up a sword of some sort, right? Okay. I don't see anybody around. I think we're safe. Wait, what's that in the distance? Maybe we don't go that way. I'm cowering in fear because, well, the moon's coming down, right? So, trying to think here, what would be the best play? Without a bed, this is like risky. I'm gonna try to get some trees over here. Try to finish the base, even if it doesn't look good. I think we should be okay over here. Oh, these are not the wood I need, though. I mean, the base will look all ugly if I do that. Oh, there's a zombie. Hi. Hi. Go away. Go away. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, there's another. Ah, that's the Enderman. Where did you come from? I didn't even see you around. I thought you left. Well, it killed me. And we don't have our bed spawned yet. No. We have to find our base, and I didn't remember the coordinates. So much pain already. So much suffering. Haven't we lost enough in this cruel world? Apparently not. They have broken my freedom here. My soul hurts, Wolfies. Alright, I gotta retrace my steps for memory. And if anybody knows me when it comes to memory stuff, I have a tendency to get lost. I mean, anybody who's watched the installments of Resident Evil that we've played so far on the channel, and we will play more in the future, don't worry. It's just I was a little bit burnt out on playing it for a bit, so that's why I opted not to. We will try our best to find this base again without the coordinates. I probably should have taken a screenshot, in all honesty, there, because that was just my foolishness there. I kind of mad too, because we survived most of the night only to find out that my base is probably gone forever, because I'm never gonna be able to find it. Plus the map too. I had a map on me and I lost it. Probably should have used the map a little bit. What is that noise? I don't know what it is. We're just gonna run this direction because I don't have any wooden weapons with me because, you know, we got killed. Stop following me, whatever you are. I don't even want to turn around. I'm just gonna hope that, like, if we don't look at it, the sun's gonna burn it down. We'll be fine. Speaking of the sun, where were you? I needed you about, like, 10 minutes ago when I was building my base. It's still coming after me. What is it? Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. Was it a skeleton? It shouldn't have been dead in the sunlight. Do skeletons die in the sunlight? I don't remember it. We're not gonna find our base, are we? Yeah, I might have to build a brand new base. Alright, let's take that because that could be possibly used for sugar. I hate to say it, but I think I'm not gonna find this base. So I think maybe our best bet is to find a better area and start from scratch. We didn't lose that much. We lost, like, I don't know, a day's progress, so to speak. And we lost a pickaxe that was wooden and a sword. But, I mean, look at all these trees we have here, right? There's just tons and tons of trees. It's like, whatever we do here, we should be fine, right? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to find this base. Because everything looks the same in terms of sand, so I think now we're just going to take an executive decision. We're going to look and see what we could possibly, where we could build a different base. Again, the most important things are a good supply of, like, animals around, wood, anywhere with good water supply too, because I need that obviously for vegetation. Anywhere that's near or close to a cavern would be best because it'll make it easier when I try to start doing some strip mining. I gotta punch through this tree here, or bush. I don't know, Wolfies. Yeah, I really don't know. Pardon the siren in the background. Obviously, Moonlight Brew is located in a very populated metropolis where emergency responders are constantly on the call. So we wish all our emergency responders the best in whatever call that they're responding to. Thank you for protecting us and keeping the metropolis that we live in, and where many of our members of Moonlight Brew live in, safe and sound. Okay, let me kill this chicken. I'm angry. I'm gonna take it out on this chicken because we lost our base. We lost our home, even though on the sand, that was probably not the best idea to build there. And we're probably not gonna find our base. You piggy, I need more meat. Give me your pork loin so that I can turn it into some tasty pork chops. All right. Yay, we got some lilacs. I don't know what I can build lilacs for. I'm still looking around just in case maybe we'd find it, but without remembering the coordinates, it's a lost cause at this point. And there's a cavern around there. Huh. This might actually be a prime location to build a base. I just want to get to an area that's a little bit more grassy. New recipe unlocked, viewed at the crafting table. What could it be, Wolfies? What could it be? Let's see. Go up this way. Alright. Maybe... I'm thinking if we go that way, this might be the best area for a base. I'm seeing some animals. I'm seeing some woodland. I'm seeing a lot of sugarcane around. This is looking very similar to where I was before, perhaps. Very, very similar to the base. Could we have found it? We didn't find it, but we found the area that looks close enough to home. I think that might be actually a good spot up there if it's a flat surface. The sheep's around. Hi, sheep. Let me kill the sheep, because I need a wool for a bed, so we can actually have a spawn point. So if... Aw, sheep, are you going to drown to death? I'm sorry for sheep lovers. Okay, we got some black wool. Black sheep, do you have any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 bags full, was it? I don't remember if that's the way the nursing rhyme went. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wolfies. Okay. I need that sheep. Come back here and give me your wool and your mutton. I'm getting bloodthirsty. Maybe my inner Jinro instincts are kicking in right now, Wolfies. I'm out for blood. All I see is yum, tasty morsels. This area actually looks like a pretty good spot to set up camp, so I think we're going to do it here. I'm so mad that we'll never find that base. You know what? Somewhere down the line, probably when I'm not looking for that makeshift base that didn't get fully completed, we'll end up finding it. And we'll all have a good laugh about it, perhaps. Actually, I won't have a good laugh about it. I'll be, like, freaking furious over it. Because, you know, I'm out here doing my best as your Oshi for consideration, and Minecraft decides it wants to make a fool out of me. Well, no more, Minecraft and Mojang and Microsoft. You will not make a fool out of me anymore. Not today. I will build an awesome, well, a very modest, awesome base. And I will craft myself some weapons, and I will go on to make a mine that I can strip mine and find emeralds and rubies and sapphires and copper and iron, and most importantly, diamonds, so that we could build the portal to Nether. We were not going to be able to get to the Nether today. This is only going to be a 2-hour session, in case you're wondering. But we'll do our resources. We'll get those resources. But first, a very modest base. Look at that succulent pork over there. Hi there, Piggy Wiggy. Would you like to have a chat with me, perhaps? You look awfully tasty. Perhaps you wouldn't mind joining me for dinner. The only problem is, you're going to be the one that's served for dinner. Where'd you go? Yes, that was a... Oh, okay. Yes, sweet succulent pork. Come to me. Come to me, sweet succulent pork. Let's go. Yum. I am hungry and you could be dinner. Okay, good. Speaking of which, I think we probably should turn these into wooden planks, right? Crafting table. No, I can't do that yet. I have to turn them into planks, right? Okay, let's turn into planks. The good thing is you don't need that much wood to really make planks, which is a plus. All right. I think I have to get rid... Oh, sorry. I hit pause. I keep forgetting and thinking that you bring up the menu with pause. It's the Y button on Nintendo Switch. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of practice, so this is me remembering. I haven't played Minecraft in, I like to say 1.5 years. So there's probably a lot of updates that I don't remember. I think the last time I played was with the Never update. So I did make the crafting table in case you didn't realize that. I am also going to build the house, but I'm going to build it around the crafting table this time. I think I have to get rid of these tall little grass structures if I want to be able to build on it, right? Yeah. Okay, this one, I'm not going to make this base as big as the last one, Wolfies. Hi, what are you doing here, cow? Okay, you're going to have to be turned into steak right now, and I think if I kill you, I get some leather, right? So, I'm sorry for people who like cows. Take that, Milkovich. Did I just reference somebody else's artwork? Perhaps I did. Oh, well, that was very unsafe of me, perhaps. All right, let's go. Let's punch this. Okay, punch this grass. All right. Okay. Remember the last time when we built this base, I was getting a little too ambitious. I wanted to make it very big. This one's going to be very small and modest. You know what? We don't need something big. We don't need a mansion. We're going to only use this till I get cobblestone anyway. So, you know what? And chances are a creeper's going to come by and explode the base, and then it's going to ruin my hard progress anyway. Yes, I might be suffering from a little bit of PTSD. Yes, I have been a victim of creepers in Minecraft. Not only during this playthrough, but just in my casual playthroughs as well. Where I have this awesome base, and all of a sudden you hear this sound. I don't think that was the sound that a creeper makes, but you get my point, right? You get my drift. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Wolfies? But yeah, so, you know, it hurts when you're built this. Oh, I can't build the door there because it's the back side of the. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Modern problems require modern solutions. We'll just put the door over this way, right? Okay. We probably should make this look a little bit symmetrical, perhaps. My Joy-Con does drift a little bit, so you're wondering why my hand drifted that way. It's because of that. Gotta love Joy-Cons on Nintendo Switch. You know, oh, obviously we play a lot of the Mario Kart too, so Mario Kart will kill your Joy-Cons, just saying. You need a door. Where is it? Shouldn't be around here. That's sticks. We need sticks anyway, because we gotta build items, right? Let's look. What am I missing? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my inventory space, so if you're wondering why I just took a brief pause there, I'm trying to remember certain things as to what we could potentially need to do. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I was thinking. Well, we can't make leather. What's causing us not to be able to make these weapons? Do I not have enough planks? We use up all the wood already? That wasn't even that much wood. Okay, fine. Let's go punch some trees. I mean, realistically speaking, somebody answer this for me. If I punch trees in the Minecraft world, and the trees break, shouldn't my hands be bloody like in the Karate Kid? Or like in Kill Bill Volume 2, where, you know, Beatrice Kiddo, you know, shows up at the master, I forgot what his name was, Pai Mei's gate. And like, he's telling her to break the wood with her hands, and she's constantly doing it, and her knuckles are like healing and bleeding. Yeah, I don't know, Wolfies. That just seems like something that would happen in Minecraft, right? Well, I guess nothing in this world is very realistic except for death, apparently, because, you know, I get hungry, I can't swim underwater after a while without air, but you know what? It's okay to punch a tree. You're not going to bleed in your hand. Somebody? Anybody? Why is that the case? Everything else is realistic. Like, punching a tree right now, I probably should shatter my hand. Just saying. It's getting dark again. Or it's raining. Okay. Well, I mean, surely this will not turn into a thunderstorm, and lightning surely will not strike my house down, right? And ruin my progress once again, because that would be... That would make me cry. I think I'd rage quit out of Minecraft if that were to happen. Alright, the sun is going down too, it looks like, with the rain. I'm getting flashbacks to what happened earlier, Wolfies. Wasn't it just 20 minutes ago where nighttime befalled us and bad stuff happened? Alright, sheep, it's either you or me. Oh, that's a spider. Let's protect ourselves. Hey, no, go away. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Go away. Okay, we gotta punch this spider. I hope he don't kill me. If he kills me, this run is over. Go away, spider. Okay, let's see if we can stun lock him. Stun lock him. Okay. That was close. That was very close. It was very stressful. I mean, they aren't kidding when they say this is survival mode, right? I feel like the monsters spawn a lot more at night now than they used to. Okay. We need to make wooden planks, right? I can't. Oh, we could use birch planks though, right? That'll give us weapons. Hopefully, right? I mean, if it doesn't, and I have to go back out and punch more trees, I will probably be angry. Alright. Can we make a bed yet? I only have 2 wool? I need 1 more wool to make a bed? Oh, come on, game. That's not fair. I mean, why does it have to be specifically free wool? I mean, isn't wool only meant for the linen and the pillow? Shouldn't that, like, realistically only be 2 wool? Am I just trying to copium here, Wolfies? Perhaps. Maybe a little bit. Let's make these weapons and items that we need. We have a decent supply for that. Okay. I mean, at this point, we just gotta kind of wait out the night. Because you know what's gonna happen. If we don't wait out the night, and I get a little greedy, and I decide to go venture yonder, we might die. And dying, as we've seen, in Minecraft is very bad. It's even traumatic. We should not use this wooden wall thing. Let me move my stuff around again, because one of the things I wish Minecraft would do is it, like, have a shortcut key where, like, if you want your hotbar to be a specific way, that it just defaults to that, like a loadout for your hotbar, if you understand what I'm talking about. I feel like that would be great, particularly for people who are playing on controller. Obviously, I'm playing Nintendo Switch, I'm playing on controller, but like I just feel like that's something after so many years and so many updates, you can't give like a loadout option for the hotbar. So like if I make certain things, I want those certain things to be always on my hotbar, as opposed to having to constantly, you know, do inventory management. Because I feel like I waste a lot of time having to switch through inventory like that, which could be just like easier done, I suppose. I know obviously if you're playing on PC, mouse and click is probably better for you, but I just like coming from dungeon crawlers and stuff where we have that type of options at our disposal. It just seems better in my personal opinion. But you know, what do I know? I'm a newbie-ish, well, not newbie-ish, but I'm a casual Minecraft player. Maybe people like, you know, shifting through things and having to refix their hotbar constantly when they die, because maybe you find that fun. And if you do find that fun, well, I guess you have a very interesting sense of fun. You probably go around looking, you know, frozen poles in the winter, light posts and lamps. And you're probably like, eat hot one wing challenges and stuff. Or you probably do the one chip challenge. Did you guys hear about the one chip challenge? I know I'm like scatterbrained today, but the one chip challenge where somebody actually ate it, the chip, was like a teenager and was following the videos and stuff. And like the kid like went into cardiac arrest and apparently died. I don't know. Like some people, when they do these challenges, don't really read the box. Like, if I remember correctly, the one chip challenge, the chips are based on the Carolina pepper, the Carolina Reaper. For those of you who don't know what a Carolina Reaper pepper is, it is the hottest pepper in existence. It is way hotter than even what would be considered ghost pepper. Now, yours truly has had Carolina Reaper pepper. Oh, what the hell? Hold up, what? Why is the spider back? What are you doing? I do not want to be Spider-Man. I do not want to get bit by the spider and have radioactive powers or radioactive powers. Like, gosh darn it, was I having a moment with my wolfies, and that damn spider came out of nowhere and interrupted things. Let me build, I guess, more of a wall here, because, you know, gosh darn it, man. Like, at least if you're going to come inside, at least, you know, invite me. Let me invite you in, spider, where I actually wanted you. I need a light source. I know this one, please. I don't have anything that can make a campfire. It's wood. If I build a campfire in the middle of this house, you know what's going to happen? Fire plus wood. Whole house goes up on fire. We don't want that. I have to wait till I can get some torches, okay? So bear with me. We're just trying to survive the night. But getting back to my story, I have had Carolina Reaper peppers. I've had it actually in wing form a long time ago in Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm pretty sure some of you are familiar with that franchise. If not, it's basically a boneless wing place. Man, I probably could have gone for some of that now. I don't know why I'm mentioning Buffalo Wild Wings all of a sudden. I think I was going to have yesterday, actually, Wolfies, and I didn't get to have any because the place I was going to get from, like, they weren't taking, like, online orders, and it was backed up, and although I could have like sent out to get it, the issue with that too is like I didn't know if that because the POS was going to be that the wings were going to come here. But getting back to the story, I was having Buffalo Wild Wings with a friend of mine from a long time ago, back in like Yu-Gi-Oh TCG days, and we ordered the Carolina Reaper wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. I tried them. They're incredibly hot. They will make you incredibly thirsty. If you have acid reflux, it will not make you very happy. I actually do have acid reflux, and yeah, I still eat spicy things because I make poor decisions apparently. But case in point, look at the way I built this lovely base so far. I think that's about as high as I'm gonna build it though. There's some zombies. I still can't make a bed. I need a bed so desperately, Wolfies. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat that so I can kind of. Did I just eat like bad meat? Yeah, I think I ate the zombie meat. I thought it was regular meat. How do we have zombie meat too? I don't remember getting zombie meat. Oh well. Anyway, so I've had those wings. It was very, very, very hot. But those wings are not intended for people who cannot handle spice. So the one chip challenge uses those wings, and if it's the hottest pepper in the world, sometimes people have hot allergic reactions to stuff like that where they can't breathe. And that's now why apparently, I think not the Carolina pepper, but the one chip challenge, I think like you can't necessarily buy it online unless you kind of verify your age or something like that from what I heard. Honestly, I don't know if you should have a chip like that on the market. Like, Nowadays, the hottest I'll go with a chip is I eat the, what is it? The Lay's Ruffles, the LeBron James bag, which is like flaming hot sour cream and onion. And I'll also do the same brand, Lay's Ruffles, flaming hot barbecue. Because those are pretty good. They're hot and spicy, but they're not like, oh my god, I can't breathe type of thing. Anything that's super hot and it's like, oh my god, I can't breathe, probably shouldn't eat it. Because it just means that you probably could die, right? So it's unfortunate what happened to that kid. The other thing about that too, like the one chip challenge, is like some of those things that you see, like the Bean Boozle thing is fine because it's just like yucky and yummy tasting beans and people like to do that challenge. But like with the one chip thing, where something that's as dangerous as a pepper that can cause allergic reactions, I don't think minors should be able to buy that. And you know, the problem is trying to even mitigate some of that stuff in this day and age is kind of a problem because, like, people lie about their age all the time. And now, like, why are there still spiders outside? Go away. Oh, I might die here, and that'd be bad. Why are you here? Oh, God, let's run. Oh, my God. Close the door. Get inside or close the door. One of the two. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is scary. Let me eat. Oh my god. They ain't joking when they said survival. I feel like normal difficulty got bumped up a little bit. Maybe I should have played on baby mode. But yeah, like with stuff like that, it's kind of hard too because like teenagers nowadays have debit cards. Teenagers obviously on Amazon will say that they're 18 even though like maybe a chip of that nature shouldn't even necessarily be on the market. The other thing too is like, as a PSA, as somebody that's a little bit older in terms of, you know, VTuber land and the scope of things, like, just because you see a challenge on the internet doesn't mean you should necessarily do it. Like, a couple of years back, we had teenagers and stuff eating Tide Pods, like, and, you know, the thing about it is, like, obviously, if you're a teenager, you should know if you eat something that has Tide inside of it, you know, stuff that's used to clean clothes and go in washing machines and stuff would be highly toxic, so you shouldn't, like, actually eat that, right? And yet people do that. You know, like, just because your favorite VTuber or your favorite content creator or, you know, an impressionable TikToker, right? Is that what they call people who make content on TikTok? TikTokers, maybe? Not maybe I just made that phrase up. If you want to use it, I suppose. But, like, just because you see people doing those things doesn't necessarily mean you should do it. Because a lot of the times, what a lot of people do on the internet, because this is just like the internet culture, right? Everybody wants to be famous on the internet, right? Whether you're a VTuber, whether you're a content creator, whether you're somebody that like wants Instagram. I took a picture because I'm trying to remember the base coordinates in case I get lost or die. That's why I did that. But like everybody kind of wants some type of claim to fame. So they'll do whatever it takes to get shock value. Because shock value, unfortunately, on the internet's what sells. Like, I could say something incredibly controversial, not that I am going to do that right now, Wolfies. And that controversy would probably be seen by one or two people, and it would spark, like, something viral. And, like, could you believe this idiot person said this thing? And then that's how stuff like that happens. So then people get so desperate that they, like, do these crazy challenges because they know that it's going to be shock value. I can't believe it and stuff. And then the problem is people want to emulate that, right? Because you want to be famous too. You want to get those clicks, those views, those likes. Because unfortunately, I made my bed finally. I felt like we were never going to get that. Now, if we die, at least we'll respawn here. But I digress. Like, everybody wants to be famous and stuff, and they will copy these people who maybe, in some cases, with the chip challenge and stuff, are trained professionals and have, like, gone to the doctor and found out whether they can do these things or not. And they end up, you know, doing this under some sort of supervision, or they have like an EpiPen there, and you have kids that then will emulate the challenges, and they don't have these type of things in place because they want to be just like the content creator that they saw. And then bad things happen, which is unfortunate, like maybe that kid perhaps. You know, and like the Tide Pod thing was just so dumb, I don't even understand that. You know, like the ice bucket challenge is different, right? Because people don't get hurt from that, usually, unless you did something crazy. And it's, you know, for a good cause. You know, it's for charity, if I remember correctly. So that one's not so bad. But then you had crazy one where people were throwing hot water, boiling hot water on people. I remember reading in the news that this girl was at a sleepover, and these freaking teenagers that were allegedly they're her friends. And I'll just tell you now, if your friends ever do something like that to you, they are not your friends, Wolfies. Dump them really quickly. But they took hot scalding water and threw it on the chick, the girl, the teenager, and burnt her, scolded her for like an internet video. We live in a society where people think this is a good idea. And it boggles my mind sometimes, like, in terms of teenagers, because when I was a teenager, back in the day, we didn't do dumb stuff like that. Like, the worst thing that I can ever recall from... I'm making the roof to the house, in case you're wondering why I'm talking and discussing this topic. The thing about it is, like, the worst thing I remember people doing in my school, for high school in particular, obviously people were like doing weed, and weed back then was illegal. I know people who I went to elementary school with that got kicked out of my high school because they decided for whatever reason that they were gonna like keep weed in their locker. And I went to Catholic high school, believe it or not, which I don't recommend anybody go to Catholic high school, just because it's good in terms of the education, but I will say you come out of Catholic high school as an atheist, and you come out of Catholic high school a little bit jaded with the way the world works in certain ways, because it's like they try to teach you to be a good person, and they teach you all this nonsense that could have been better used for like actual good stuff that can like help you in the real life world, I suppose is what I'm getting at. Like, I would never send my children, if I had children, to Catholic high school. They would go to the public school system, where I feel like, I'm not saying that the public school system is much better, but I feel like it's more important to get that extra class in than it is to teach you about like religious beliefs that you could learn on your own if you're really interested in religion. And I feel like the majority of people that get sent to Catholic schools is just because like their family's trying so desperately to force a religion on them, as opposed to like my whole thing with religion is like whatever you believe is whatever you believe, that's your prerogative. But I feel like in regards to having children pick religion, I think that's a bad idea. I think like if somebody wants to become religious, that's a decision that they should make when they're adult, and they can inform themselves on whatever like religious belief they want to believe in, or if they don't want to believe in anything. I'm not telling you what to believe in and what don't to believe in, keep that in mind, but that's why it's just kind of like, I don't know, the whole concept that humans like force that type of beliefs on their children as opposed to letting their children make their decision themselves. And then they'll use the excuse of like, oh, well, you did it in confirmation. No, you're forced into it. You, as a child, tell your parent you don't want to go to confirmation. God forbid. You're like a heathen, man. You know, God forbid you say you don't believe in those religious beliefs or policies of it. You're going to go to hell for it, Wolfies. Like, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes the nonsense that people believe in is crazy. I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, keep that. I'm just saying this is from my personal experiences with religion. But yeah, so like, you know, I went to Catholic school, and the guys decided, the people I used to go elementary school with, that they were gonna like save pot in the locker, and they got kicked out of pot. Like, the dumbest thing I think I've ever remembered from people in elementary school is that people decided to sniff glue. They put it in like a Ziploc bag and decided to start sniffing glue, of all freaking things. Like, and already, you know what, when you're like 10, 11, you should kind of be able to know how to read the label of glue and know that this is going to do something bad to you, where it could potentially... So those very intelligent individuals that I went to school with in elementary school, it was closer to junior high when this happened, decided to do that, and they got sick and had to go to the nurse's office, and then I had to explain what they did. I don't remember, I think one of them got like suspended from school for 3 days from it, but it's just like, I don't know. That's the dumbest thing that kids did. So I guess the Tide Pod thing is not super far off, but it's just like, I feel like if you're a teen or even like in junior high, you should kind of know what's toxic and what can kind of essentially kill you, right? Like, this just seems like common stuff things, but I don't know. Like, back then, those were the most things that people did. Now people see a challenge on the internet and will throw scalding hot water on people or eat a chip without, like, consulting if it's safe. And again, like I say, with those hot chip challenges and the hot wing things, people have EpiPens, at least the smart ones, right there on the side with them in case they have an allergic reaction. I'm sorry, I'm giving a secret away of other content creators right now that'll be angry at me and want to cancel me for saying that. But that's what you do. That's basically what you do. We finished the roof. I think this looks good enough. I mean, it's a makeshift base. So I guess the moral of that rant that I was talking about is, like, if you're a teenager or a young adult or like aspiring content creator, like, for the love of God, like, if don't like follow popular trends that are challenges that could potentially be dangerous, you know, because a lot of the times what you see on the internet is done by trained professionals or somebody that has kind of looked up into it enough or practiced it enough that they know it's safe. And I hate to say it because I really do, but at the end of the day, a lot of content creators out there that do those type of challenges do not necessarily care what happens to you. They're just see it as a number, a click, and they want profit. And to them, you're like just another view, another like bit of money profit, Wolfies. There's no other way to say it. I hate to, you know, call things as it is. So, like, that's why I say a cautionary tale to people. We're gonna start strip mining now that I finished the base, in case you're wondering. That's why I'm just kind of like getting something situated, like having meat, putting this stuff in this chest so I'd not like actually have it with me. And then we'll go and do some other things here. But yeah, like, so be careful what you see on the internet. Don't emulate everything that people do. Me here, I try to do things a very morally, not morally, that's the wrong word. I try to do things here on the channel that are very safe. That's why I try to keep everything very, very family friendly, which I know is controversial in the VTuber sphere in general, because, like, there's a common belief, and this is a belief that I'm trying to change here myself. I want to be a trailblazer with this type of stuff. You know, the common belief when it comes to being a VTuber is that you have to be lewd and you have to be crude to be able to get, like, viewerships, and that the only way you're going to be successful as a VTuber is if you're, like, 18 plus, unhinged, saying stuff that is not in nature. And for me, I feel like you kind of stunt your growth in a way, because, yeah, you're going to attract certain audiences, but then on top of that, some of the audiences that you attract can be, I think we just got paid. Hold that thought. Oh my God, thank God we had the bed here. Are they going to just, they're going to snipe me here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to kill them. We're going to, like, die constantly here, but thank goodness our bed's right here. How dare you? We need to build a light source. That's the next thing I got to do when I have a chance. Stop shooting me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Go. Do you want to take this outside, bro? Okay. We gotta hopefully get back our resources. Yes, let's take a nap. Let's take a nap. We need to heal here. But yeah, like, so I always try to do things differently here. So, you know, I try to play games that are, how do I say, like most games, I will play a hard game, so that's not necessarily family friendly. I try to keep it clean. And you won't see me doing any of that type of stuff for shock values and stuff. I just want to have a good positive community that anybody can, like, watch. Like, you know, I feel like if you're interested in Minecraft, I know there's a lot of people from all ages that would be interested in Minecraft. You should be able to come here and hang out on the stream and feel like it's safe enough and friendly enough for you to be able to watch it and not concern yourself of, like, mature content being said in my chat or adult language being said in my chat, because I really want to be a place for everybody. That's where the Moonlight Brew is for. So, you know, that's why I try to keep certain things the way they are. Okay, but getting back, you know, so, you know, but, like, I try also as a VTuber to be very positive in the community and not be toxic, which sometimes can be very difficult. Like, I did mention this on Twitter. I can't name drop, so you're never going to get a name out of me, but I had it was brought to my attention by management that a famous VTuber recently, can I even say that without really outing them? No, I won't even say that part. But there was a famous VTuber that decided to kind of poke fun at the way we do things here at the Moonlight Brew. Like, the way I present the content, the way I present myself, and just generally, it was done in one of the most disrespectful ways, right? This might out the person, but I'm gonna talk about it once I kill the skeleton. And another thing that kind of really miffed me about it in particular was, as anybody knows, we debuted in January. The last week of January, I started my Batman Arkham Asylum playthrough because I wanted to play it. It was something that I had already told you guys I was going to play from the debut stream. And the week that that person debuted, oops, I might have gave it away there, they decided that they were going to run Batman Arkham Asylum. And they also decided that they were going to take the cheap shot at me with, you know, the fact that I do from time to time here pre-recorded content, because sometimes that's what my schedule works with. And as I mentioned to anybody who's been here in the Moonlight Brew for quite a while, everything that we're doing is leading up to being able to do more live streaming content, as well as just experimenting with the model, make sure that it runs with the games right, and just kind of getting into the feel of things as a VTuber, and particularly this particular incarnation of myself. So, you know, I found it very interesting that they decided to steal the idea that I was doing, which meant they had to have come here to be able to see the content, and two, that they decided to knock my content for what it is. And I was kind of left in left field, because I feel like if you're somebody that is apparently advocating for mental health, considering what apparently happened to you, that the last thing you should probably be doing is, you know, throwing shade to a brand new VTuber who was considering on supporting not only your brand and your content, but you know, the stuff that you do in your community. And it, you know, it's unfortunate, but it leads me to question. I wasn't really going to talk about this, but I kind of do feel like it's important because it's been bothering me all week, actually, when I found out about it. The other thing is, it does kind of bring into question whether how truthful the story is as to the controversy going on. I'm starting to kind of feel like, after that particular experience that I just had with that person that decided to throw shade and kind of like copy the content that I was doing, on top of that, that maybe some of the stuff that the big people from the agency that a lot of us were quick to throw pitchforks with, maybe some of the stuff that they said wasn't necessarily wrong. I mean, that's just my personal experience after I had that happen to myself, which I was kind of really taken aback by, because it's just like really out of left field. And, you know, I guess it's to each their own. Like I always say here at the Moonlight Brew, I understand sometimes that I'm not going to be the cup of tea of everybody that comes through here, because I always going to have to fight an uphill battle, right? I'm a male VTuber, and we all know that when it comes to male VTubers, I'm not saying that we have a debuff, but, you know, obviously a lot of people who do like to watch VTubers prefer people that are not of, how do I put this politely? Well, predominantly, if you look at the top streamers, there's very few male VTubers that are on the top, right? So I might not necessarily be the cup of tea for a lot of male audience members, right? Just because I have a very different mold than what you're normally accustomed to seeing in that retrospect. The other thing is, like, as a new VTuber, it's always hard because you're trying to kind of find your place in the community and your voice. And I feel like, you know, it's very important in the very beginning to kind of associate yourself with people who are very positive, don't act toxic, and stuff, right? So, like, that experience that I just had kind of sours me greatly on that person's brand. But it also kind of proves the point of how I feel like, yeah, I guess I'm putting over Cover corporate away here. I feel like some of the best content creators that come in the VTuber sphere often come from either Hololive or Hollow Stars, because they tend to, I like their style of content. There's no other way to put it. I feel like the way they do things promotes a very positive, non-toxic community for VTubers. And that's something that I feel like Yago, when he started Hololive and Hollow Stars and Cover Corporation, had the right vision for it, right? And you could see, like, even when Yago does things recently, that his type of brand, his type of agency really is a very supportive agency. Because look at, I'm going to butcher her name before this, I apologize. Bakura? I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. If not, please don't string me up. He congratulated them on their milestone in subscriber count. And when you see stuff like that, and then you see compared to some of the other stuff that's going on, it's like, that's the type of person and agency that I personally, if I ever decided that I would, like, try out for, you know, Hollow Stars, or I don't know, because there's not really a nerd division there. I've always personally would like to see, I know this is probably crazy, but I'd personally like to see in the future, if they could do another branch in Cover that's kind of a combination of Hololive and Hollow Stars together, where it could be a branch, like, let me cook here, you know, because I know there's obviously controversies that some people don't want Hololive talent working with Hollow Stars talent. You know, I've always been kind of upset over the fact that, you know, Vesper in particular, I don't know how many people remember Vesper, you know, kind of didn't get the fair shake that he did, and, you know, stuff that happened with him was unfortunate, as well as, I forget his, I know his actual name now, Landon, but, you know, I felt like it was unfortunate for them because, like, a couple of bad eggs kind of ruined that first run of Hollow Stars. And I feel like that kind of hurt for both brands in a way, right? Because, like, you have the female talents that probably don't really want to interact with the male talents, because you have those very rabid fans of idols that just refuse for female and male talents to interact. And then I feel like for the Hollow Stars too, it hurts, right? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of them would like to be able to interact with a lot of the other people from the other English branch as well, right? So, like, I was thinking, for me personally, this is just my idea. I don't work for Cover, keep that in mind. This is just a person from the outside looking in. Like, I would like to be able to see maybe if Yago could find a way to be able to merge. I'm not saying you merge Hololive and Hollow Stars together, because I don't think they're so ingrained together that I don't think you could separate the two or merge them, and people, like the core audience, would be able to accept it maybe. But I feel like there should be a third branch where you have a branch from Cover where it is both male VTubers as well as female VTubers debuting alongside each other. And then I think maybe from there, if you wanted to, I don't know if they would be open for it, but I feel like you could probably merge Hollow Stars into then that branch. And then you could have something. Like, it's just my idea, but I feel like right now, like, that should be the next, like, from a viewer perspective, as well as somebody that just is very interested in what Cover does as a company, because I really like, again, like I said, how they do operate. I feel like that would be maybe the best way to transition, perhaps, the viewer base to be able to kind of accept things. Because if you have male and female VTubers debuting at the same time, like, this is unheard of. Wow, I feel like that would be really revolutionary for Cover to do that. I don't think that's probably their plan. I don't know if anybody personally inside there has ever pitched the idea. And I'm a nobody, right? So, like, if I tried to pitch it, nobody would ever listen to me. Like, who am I? I'm a VTuber that is infamous for being a different VTuber that used to play a lot of Diablo games and a lot of Monster Hunter games. And at this point, like, everybody's kind of figured it out. So, you know, this is kind of how I roll now, right? This is me. I am Katagiri, but I incorporate everything else of the legacy of my previous incarnation as well. But with that being said, yeah, like, I doubt anybody would listen to me, but that's something I would personally like to see. Because I feel like definitely within Cover, there is an opportunity to be able to, like, make a branch and have audiences. Like, if it starts with both a male and female debuting alongside, that would work, I think. I think it's just a matter of perception. I know probably they feel like it's better to just have it separated, but when you look at, like, V Shoujo, even though we don't have a lot of males in V Shoujo right now, like, it seems to work. And you look at some of the Earth Corps, you know, it's worth a shot. But again, I'm a nobody, so I can't. I would never have a way to even try to pitch this stuff to people there. And B, I doubt anybody would listen to me. But if you think it's interesting in the chat, what I kind of proposed there, definitely. But I was getting back to, like, I got so sidetracked here. The point that I'm trying to make is that, like, when you see, like, stuff that Cover in particular does and Yaga and stuff, that's the type of stuff I'd like to see in the VTuber community in general. Because you never see really any Hololive, Holostars, people really out of each other's throat and stuff. And I feel like a lot of their content creators, which this is me definitely putting them over, both on Holostars and Holo Live, really are cool and chill people that try to promote positivity, and I like that. And I'm very sad that I don't know what's the nicest way to put it, that person who decided that was really famous to not only copy an idea that I already did, but then to throw shade at me too after you had done that. I feel like maybe wherever they were in terms of their environment before, some of that toxicity clearly rubbed off on them. And that's unfortunate, because I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but after that particular situation, yeah, can't lie. Not a fan after that. All right. Well, that being said, what are we doing here in Minecraft? We are currently strip mining. Strip mining is a way to basically get resources that you need for, I don't want to say end game, but like mid game. So what we're gonna do, and I already started it while I was doing the rant, so in case you were wondering why I was doing it, hold on, I want to see if we get more meat here, because we're gonna need this long term. I'm gonna eat that first because we're starving. I gotta explain this to people because this is gonna look like the most boring stuff to do for like the next 52 minutes. Is that what is this? Hi, I'm not gonna kill you because I don't think you're a threat. Gotta remember which way we're going with our things. Okay, kill him. Good. All right, nice. Okay, let's see. Let's go down here. So, as you saw, oh, there's a skeleton here. Hi, buddy. You can't hang out here. This is, so I already started the process. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a staircase, basically to very depths of the underground area. I'm gonna put 2 torches here, right? So what we do here is all we're gonna do is, I gotta get a stone pickaxe here, right? So we build a staircase. I don't break this area, and I kind of make it in a staircase shape going downward. And I'm gonna constantly do this till we get to the very bottom area where I can't not craft, but I can't pickaxe anymore. I don't remember what it is because the updates have changed it a lot. I think it's like -61 now, might be. And I have to put a torch down every so often. So this is going to be a slow and steady type of wins the race thing. While we're doing this, we could potentially see stuff like copper and ore. And when we do that, we're going to kind of pickaxe the area around it to be able to get more resources that way. Now, this is probably the easiest way to get resources the fastest way, even though it starts out slow in Minecraft. This is a technique that a lot of, I don't want to say pro Minecraft players, because I'm not a pro Minecraft player, but this is a technique that a lot of Minecraft players like to use. Back in the day when I was playing, which is only a year ago, I make it sound like it's such a long time, like a year ago. A year ago, I think the bottom level was -18, and you started seeing diamonds at 12. But if I recall correctly, they added... I gotta fix the step there, I'm sorry. Let me fix it here, because I need this as a staircase back upwards. So we're gonna have to get into the menu, and we're going to have to put that there, dirt, so I can build the staircase. Because I gotta be able to climb back up. So look here. You see how I climb back up? I can jump back up all the way up to surface level. Had to take a sip of my hydration here, Wolfies. Alright. So, here we go. We're gonna shovel this area. I gotta be careful. I'm looking to make sure that and we're gonna constantly, again, build a staircase downward. Like, okay, we got a new recipe because I think I might have gotten dirt right. We also have to get more coal. So hopefully as we're farming downward here, we're going to be able to get some coal that we need. Because if not, then we're going to have to farm the area around looking for coal. Because coal, you guessed it, is what the material you need for, you guessed it, torches. As we go further down, we're going to run into a lot of coal. Almost certainly. Alright, let's get this area through. Another thing that I could talk about while we're, you know, chilling out here in the mines right now, because we are definitely now finally yearning for the mines, is, anybody see the Nintendo Switch Direct? So, a lot of people were upset about the Nintendo Switch Direct. And I'm a little bit confused as to why people are upset. I understand a lot of people were hoping, like, there was going to be a new Mario Brothers game announcement, or they were hoping that there's going to be a lot of first-party game announcements. I think some people even thought they were going to get the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think they're calling it that system. I have a better belief it might be called the Revolution, as opposed to Nintendo Switch 2. Because I feel like Switch 2 would be like a retread of the Wii U. Anybody remember what happened with the Wii U run? It was met with a lot of criticism, and I just feel like the marketing for the Wii U was way off for Nintendo. Don't hate me, Nintendo. This is just my personal opinion on the matter. But, getting back to important things. Yeah. So, a lot of people weren't happy. I think a lot of people set their expectations for the Nintendo Direct too high. I'm assuming we're going to get another Nintendo Direct in September. Or, correction. Well, we will get one in September. I might have said more than I probably was supposed to say there. But there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in the summer, almost certainly. I believe that the reason why we didn't get to see the games... Oh, look, we found... This should be copper. Alright. So, we got copper here, Wolfies. I'm going to just, like, mine this area a little bit, because there tends to be veins, and it usually is like an 8x8 block area, so... Alright, I think that's like 8 pieces of copper there, right? There might be a little bit more here. Alright. Oh, there is more. I can't really build downward because it's dangerous. I could fall into lava. So, let me get here. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop here. Because I could see further downward, and then I could look here. And then that's the safest way to do it. Because if not, like, if you never in Minecraft want to dig down. Because you could dig so far down that it's like an endless pit. And you fall to your death. And I think, actually, this is a perfect point here. It sounds like there might be a cave down here. And if you just go straight down, you could fall straight into a hole, into a cave where you meet your demise. So you have to be careful here. What's our coordinates? -55? I think we could go down to -18 or negative, I don't know. We're going to see. -56 we're at right now? Okay. Let me continue to dig here. So I think, like, in the summer, we're going to get our Nintendo Direct. I expect in that Nintendo Direct, we will finally get our first reveal at whatever the new Nintendo console is going to be. I'm thinking they're probably going to go with the Revolution here. I don't think it's going to be a Switch Pro, as people are calling it. I would believe that they leave the Switch as basically the DS successor, and that we might get like a truly non-handheld Nintendo Switch console. Just kind of shake things up a little bit, and maybe it'll be a different type of gimmick that we haven't seen. So then I think probably by September we'll have a direct that like the system's out in the game. I would be shocked if Nintendo doesn't launch their new system in September. I've read some things that have said, okay, that's Flint, which we need for an item that we'll need to use to summon the Never Portal, but we're not there yet. So I would assume probably we're gonna see September the new system, just because Nintendo likes to release their systems in September. If they don't release them in September, they usually release them in March. And since they missed the March date, what better way to sell a new system going into the holiday season and having it released in September, where you can have people build the hype for it, and then it's going to be like the most in-demand item in the Christmas season, and everybody's going to want one, and they're going to be like in short supply, because obviously always in these companies, they tend to sell these systems and manufacture a very small amount of them so that they can, you know, justify the supply demand type of tactic, where then, hey, look, it's completely in demand and sold out everywhere. Of course it's sold out everywhere because you didn't produce enough of them to be able to have them bought everywhere. Same thing happened with the PlayStation 5. You can find a PlayStation 5 everywhere now. You know, ironically, the reason I became a PC gamer, Wolfies, is because I was originally going to buy my PlayStation 5, and I was going to be a PlayStation 5 content creator. I was going to be Team Sony like I've been for a long time already. And I could not get a PlayStation 5 during the pandemic because of scalping. And I stood on queues and everything, and I never could. I even got to a point where I could buy it. And when I went to go buy it, I got an error. I got pissed off. It's like, I'm not going to be able to get it. Well, I have the money anyway. I might as well just get a gaming PC. And that is how I became PC Master Race. Yeah, so, you know, with the Nintendo console, I think that's why we didn't get any big Switch game announcements and why I was a little bit light on it. I still think there were some pretty good games that were announced for it, Wolfies. Like, for example, we got the announcement of Monster Hunter Stories, the original one, being ported in HD, as well as the fact that it's going to be completely voice acted. Monster Hunter Stories, the first one, is a really good game. It's not as good as the second one, because the second one obviously builds upon the first one, but the story of the first game was really fun. And the PvP wasn't necessarily bad. It was like early day Pokemon kind of for Monster Hunter Stories. So I'm kind of happy to see that's going to come back, because it is... I think we found some ore. Okay. Oh, that's iron. Yes. We need that, because we need that to make, you guessed it, an iron pickaxe. So we're going to, again, farm over this way. Just the area out. We're going to go a little bit further here. I hear a lot of growling, so I'm assuming that we're probably going to be running into a cave of some sort soon, Wolfies. And if we run into a cave, that's going to be kind of annoying, to say the least, but we'll do what we can, right, Wolfies? We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. We're doing mining work right now. We're doing mining work. All right, so, you know, it's something. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so like I was saying, you know what? So Monster Hunter Stories is a really good game. So I thought that was kind of cool. The Sukiya multiplayer game announcement, I'm a little bit burned on it, to be honest. I do have Sukiya, which I do plan to play on the channel. I was thinking of actually playing Sukiya next week. The problem is I don't really have anybody I can play two-player with on stream. So, like, the DLC for me is kind of pointless at the moment to buy it, even though... Oh, yep. Look, I told you it's a cave. I don't personally have the resources to deal with a cave in that area. We could just kind of build downward this way here for a second. Let me put a light source here, and we will build downward going this way. But before I do that, I'm going to plug up the hole there, but I want to get some stone. And then I'm going to have to remember to put a marker here for later, just so we don't have some of the issues that I was thinking we were going to have. Because, like, I can't take that cave down. Alright. Let's wait here. Alright. I'm going to put a torch here. Let's do a little bit more pickaxing. I'm trying to verify if that we could get around the cave. So if I see that there's another hole here, I will use this area. Instead, it would be pretty bad. Gotta remember here. Let's see. So far, it looks like this is further down. That's how what you do in strip mining too. Like when you see that there's an area that might be not an area you want to investigate, you turn yourself to the opposite direction. I think there might be coal in front of me. I thought I saw coal around here. We put a torch. We're running out of torches too, so I'm gonna have to go back to base soon. We have only one more. That's why I'm not really rushing it. We have resources to make more torches. I just gotta go back to base for it. But let's dig a little bit further deep here. So yeah, you know, Sukiya game. Another thing about Sukiya game that kind of upsets me too, Wolfies, is the fact that they're gonna lock online multiplayer behind the paid multiplayer DLC. And okay, it's only $2, but I feel like it's kind of scubby in the way that you gotta pay to play the online multiplayer of Sukiya. And then on top of that, you have to pay for the Nintendo Switch Online to be able to play Sukiya Online. So if you want to play this game, you're going to have to spend in the upwards of $22 for the year to be able to play it. And I know some people are not going to care about that. But for me personally, who doesn't really play a lot of Nintendo Switch games online to begin with, because I feel like sometimes the netcode in some of the games is not necessarily the greatest. I also don't like how they handle communication errors. Particularly, I remember a lot of time when I was playing Splatoon 2, I would get communication errors when it's not my internet, but like other stuff going on with their servers, and then I would get like 5-minute ban penalties, and it wasn't even my internet doing it. So like stuff like that always kind of soured me of the Nintendo online experience. I don't have any more torches, so we're going to go back and make more torches, come back and do further strip mining. So we're at like 18 there, which is fine. We probably could see more. I'm going to do something to make my life a little bit easier. I am going to block this area right now. So that way I am not tempted to run over that way and continue digging, or just in general run that way, and I will fall into a bottomless hole that will automatically kill me and ruin our survival run at the moment. I don't have armor that's enchanted with flight right now, so I feel like if we were to do that, we were just going to be asking for a lot of headaches, Wolfies, and I'm not down for headaches right now, right? We're just about to chill. Like, oh, it's nighttime. Oh my god, they're firing arrows at me. Leave me alone. Is this the way my base is? Yes, it is. I have to put some light sources in my base too. I forgot to do that, right? Later, not right now. We could just sleep, right? Let's go to sleep. Let's rest. You can only sleep at night. I really don't like the robotic voice, but I forget to turn it off. All right. Some people are burning. That sounds good. I like the sound of burning skeletons and zombies in the morning. All right. I don't think we have much. Can we cook some stuff? No. We could cook some iron, which would be kind of handy, right? All right. So I got to put the iron. Oh, this is copper. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm not going to... we could use copper just that right now, because I need that for like a lightning rod. But I'm going to... by the next time you see this base, I got to make it copper. I don't want it, obviously, wood, because if a creeper comes and explodes here, that's bad. If we set it on fire by accident, that's bad. And just wood is not a very safe thing to use. It's okay when you're not trying to do this stuff. I'm sorry, I hit my microphone. But, you know, right now, like, if you're just doing it for aesthetics and you have a way to prevent enemies, that's fine. All right. What are we doing now? We're not going to make the cobblestone stuff yet, because I'm not going to waste time building the base. We need resources. All right. Flint, we have that too. Not going to do that yet. We need torches. I'm looking for the torches. I don't remember where they're located. Because we have coal. Should be able to make a decent amount of torches. Where is it? Maybe that's not the option. Just want to be able to make the ones I can build. Again, pardon the emergency responder in the background. We wish them the very best. Thank you, emergency responders, for doing what you do for us. We hope you have a very safe thing. Thank you for protecting us. Here at the Moonlight Brew, we are located in a heavily populated metropolis where a lot of emergency service vehicles pass by. frequently. I do our best to try to, like, not have that sound happen on stream, but I can't, unfortunately, make miracles happen, Wolfies. I have to fix myself a little bit, because I am getting a little bit tired. I was sitting a way that was in cramp. I could fix my position, though. That's not a big deal. All right, there we go, Wolfies. All right, so, you know, it's something. It's something. All right, so we're just going to make some torches, which I think I've already done. Yeah, we have 52 torches, so that should be good for... I can't sit like this. Sorry. The pain of being a content creator, after sitting for like an hour and 30 minutes almost, you do kind of get a little bit cramped up, Wolfies. Just a smidge, just a smidge. All right. So, we got our torches. We got some iron, correct? 12 bars of iron. We could use this to make iron helmet, iron chest plate, iron boots, iron waist. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not using that stuff. We're just strip mining. That's the rest of the goal for today. So, the only thing I really want from here, because I'm going to need it in case I encounter a diamond, is I'm going to make, not a stone pickaxe. Well, we'll make some because we're going to need some. Just because I don't want to waste the iron pickaxe that we have. But we will make one iron pickaxe. Why? Because we need this iron pickaxe for, in case we run into a diamond, lapis, which I think is called sapphire. In case we run into redstone and gold. I haven't really seen too much gold, though, in a while, so... I'm going to take those bars to add that to our collection. Alright. Let's cook the meat. I'm probably going to have to build another box here while I'm at it. So, do I have wood to build some sticks? Or planks? No, or chests, because I want to get this a little bit better organized. Well, we have wooden planks, right? Move that over. Let's put that here. Oh, I want it to hit the table. Let's turn the... Not the minecart. I don't need a minecart right now. Let's get the chest. Alright. Let's keep the chest, because I want to put the iron away first of all. Because if we run around with that in the mines, and then something happens to it, that would be sad. Just put the iron away. Let's put the iron bars, the rest of them away, which is our iron ignet, I believe is how it's pronounced. I always say ignet. I don't know why. I guess because my brain reads it the way it sounds like it should be pronounced. Let's see. No, I don't need any of this stuff. I don't need any of it. Okay. So, let's get... Do we have to cook anything else? No. Alright. So, I think it's time to go back into the mines and we'll strip mine a little bit more. Ow! Who's shooting me? Why are there two of them hanging up by the tree? Are you here to avenge your brothers from earlier on? How dare... They used the tree as shade. That is... I have not seen that before. I have not. That's some next level stuff, Wolfies. I haven't seen that. That's interesting. Alright. Well, let's continue into this cavern. So remember, we're going to have to take a right turn in Albuquerque here pretty soon. Because we are getting close to the area, right? Okay, good. So let's go down through here. Music is playing, so that's always usually a good sign. We got about another half hour left of the stream, so we should be able to do stuff. I want to move the torch up a little higher because I do have to mine this area. All right, back to strip mining again. Just building a staircase leading upward or downward, depending how you look at it. Whenever we run into a resource that we could potentially need, we will mine the area around it. Usually when you get all the way to the bottom, I start mining in a straight line, but because we're not there yet, because the first goal of strip mining is just to build the setup to get there, we have to build the staircase downward to the point where we can't actually mine any further down. So in case you're wondering why we're doing this, this is like the very precursor to being able to do some of the more interesting stuff in Minecraft. And although I could have done this off the stream, I feel like you needed to see the very beginnings of how I got to the result that we got to. I feel like it's a great disservice if I don't do that. Okay. Starting to see, I think that's Dorite or Andersite, perhaps. I am going to butcher some of these names, so if you're expecting that I'm going to know all these names and say them properly, oh, Wolfies, you put too much faith in me then. Alright, let's go. Let's pickaxe this. Interesting. Okay, good. Alright. These figs are going to be a little harder to pickaxe. I'm not going to use my only iron pickaxe again. When we get more iron, where I'm sitting at like 64 bars or something, then I will definitely make way more iron pickaxes so we can farm and pickaxe here a little bit quicker. But for the time being, for what we want to do, where we're just trying to get early resources to set us up for a very easy end game, we just do this. And it's fine. Alright, so we're going to get to the negative territory of our dig coordinates now, Wolfies. Now the question is, how deep can we go? Last time I think you could only go to minus 16 or minus 18. I don't know how much has changed in the updates. I know you can't dig all the way down still, because that'd be crazy, because eventually the further you go down, in Minecraft lore that is, if I remember my Minecraft lore correctly, eventually you get to the Nether if you were to dig all the way through, or is it the end? I think it's the Nether? If you keep digging now? I don't recall. I guess it doesn't really matter too much for us. Feel free if you're okay, that pickaxe broke. Okay, let's get another one. When I run out of completely pickaxes here, or torches, that's when we'll stop strip mining. And I think, based on the amount of resources that I crafted, there should be enough to be able to get us to basically end the stream here. So, anyway, in our news that I suppose we could talk about on this Saturday morning, has anybody been keeping up with the news of Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire? So, recently, IGN had a panel with the director, Adam Wingard, who decided to, give an interview on IGN Live. It was like a digital panel, so to speak. And he revealed a couple of little tidbits about the movie that had already been shown from the trailer. People were very upset about the fact they didn't show anything new. There was a new trailer that came out. I have said that I've kind of felt a little iffy about the movie. We just found some redstone. I'm going to have to have my iron pickaxe there because a stone pickaxe will not allow me to pick that up. I don't make these crazy rules in Minecraft. Minecraft does, or Mojang does, so we're going to move that up there. I put it away from that so I know that that's the iron pickaxe. Only to use that when it's absolutely necessary. So, because I need that for diamonds and we only have one of them. So if we encounter diamonds somewhere down here and I don't have, that'd be unfortunate. I'm going to dig around this area because usually when you find redstone, there tends to be more of it somewhere. I'm trying to find a good place for a torch, actually. Let's put it up there. Because usually you find more than one. This is copper that we found there. Interesting. Found a little bit more than I was expecting here. Copper is, again, good. It has uses. I wouldn't personally use it to build a house, but I could use it for a rod. I think it's used for, I want to say trident, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, like, I don't follow updates like people. I know, right? Filthy casual playing Minecraft, but that's really what's happening right now, Wolfies. I think we pretty much farmed that area where we're not going to find anything else. So I'm going to find some resources to put in there, Wolfies. Just to kind of fill up the hole, I suppose. Let's go. Fill it up. Oh, get your mind out of the gutters, Wolfies. I was not trying to be unsafe, so. You're probably like, why are you doing that? Because I have to still go in this area because I am reporting. I just found more iron. That was a happy accident there. But I have enough iron here. So that's good, because we need iron. Like, really, in a 2-hour playthrough, you want a decent amount of iron, and you want to have a strip mine, at least. The basic premise of it set up. I think we're good in that retrospect. Okay. Nice. There's a lot of iron around here. We might have hit the jackpot with these. Definitely a lot more iron than I was expected to have here. Do you have a good amount of iron in your diet, Wolfius? Perhaps? Perhaps indeed. Alright. Let's go. Let's farm this out. Let's farm these out as well. Okie dokie. Alright. Is there still more? Wow, this was a really good vein of iron. I wasn't expected to run into this much iron. What floor are we? We're on -10, -20. So remember that if we're looking for iron, because apparently this is a good coordinate now for iron. Interesting. We gotta build downward, right? We're not gonna go downward that way, because it would just kind of ruin us. So what we're gonna do is, you hear that sound? That just means that I haven't been sleeping in a couple days. So there's an enemy that can spawn eventually. I'm not too worried about it, because I don't think we're gonna get hit with it too soon. It's not that many days that I haven't slept in my own bed. I mean, just think of it as like, you know what, I upset my wife, and she decided that I had to sleep on the couch. But, that was a cheesy joke. I'm not married, by the way, in case you're wondering. Alright, let's go. Let's continue downward on these mines. One other thing about Minecraft that I will give them credit, Mojang, the music in this game is really, really good. I just wish at times the music wouldn't, like, descend into a lot of quiet ambience. It's like every so often it just kind of picks up on its own. But I would love for an option just so I could hear music all the time. Because, like, hearing this type of music makes it very comfy for me, very cozy. I can understand why people play Minecraft in the sense that it's very, very cozy, just in the mines, doing stuff like that and building. Like, the one thing I don't particularly care too much for with Minecraft, ironically, is the fact that I'm not big on the fact of combating. I feel like there's a lot of stuff you have to do just to be able to survive in the Never as well as the end. To this day, honestly, real talk, I've never killed the end boss. I've gotten close where I go to the Never just to get some stuff, and then I start trying to farm for the eyes that I need to create the portal to be able to fight the end thing. And I don't want to say I get bored, but our games start taking the priority, and I never finish a world of Minecraft after playing a ridiculously long time. And I just kind of like building the base and stuff. I don't care for like the combat and the rest of the kit. If that makes sense. I know a lot of people will be like, well, why don't you play creative then? Well, because last I checked, every time that I've played creative, not on the channel, but just in general, people are like, oh, that's not the real way to play Minecraft. You're never going to get better at Minecraft if you do that. Which I understand that, but, you know, I think sometimes one of the things that people forget is that not everybody who games has the time to dedicate to being able to see things that are super long experiences. Like, I play a lot of Monster Hunter, right? So I have like 500 hours concurrently on World. I have 500 hours on Sunbreak on the PC, another 500 hours on my Switch version. Monster Hunter 4U for my 3DS, I have 2,000 hours on that one. 1,800 on Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Nintendo Switch version of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is somewhere on, what is it? Somewhere 300-400 range. So I play a lot of Monster Hunter, but I don't then necessarily, I understand that there's a lot of stuff in Monster Hunter that requires a lot of grind. Like, for example, if we're talking Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Guild Quest. Getting a level 140 Guild Quest, you can share them, but if you're trying to level it up, it takes a while. Anomaly investigations, getting them to 300, getting your weapons augmented, that takes a very long time. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, being able to prep to be able to fight Fatalis, doing Safijiva runs, doing Kuftalav runs, all that stuff takes a long time too. So I understand that, you know, people as gamers, there are, I know it's a crazy concept, casual gamers out there that just don't have enough time to grind a battle pass in Fortnite to like level 100. Grind, you know, I wouldn't even promote you do this because I'm very negative and down on Diablo 4, but, you know, grind out a battle pass in Diablo 4. You know, people got wives, people got lives, people got jobs. So when games like, I guess, Minecraft make creative mode and stuff, the reason those modes are in games of this nature is to take into consideration that there are some people who maybe just want to enjoy the game casually and don't have the time to invest hours into it. And that's why Mojang presents that alternative. Now, I'm playing survival because I've gotten so used to survival anyway at this point. And because I wanted to kind of eventually experience survival, right? But, you know, like, that's the thing sometimes gamers, too, like, I see it all the time in Monster Hunter, in lobbies, where the people complain about how these people are, like, brand new, they don't understand this stuff. And I'll admit, it is frustrating when you see somebody that gets into a lobby, like, let's say Safi Jiva lobby, and the person comes in, and they don't have their armor augmented, or there's a weapon that doesn't have life gain. That's stressful for veteran players. It'll make a sigh. And triple carding can be. But, like, at the end of the day, even, like, after you get heated, a regular person like myself, even when I get heated, will step back and understand not everybody's going to be, like, at my level in the game. And not everybody's going to be, like, no life in the game, right? Like, people do play video games casually. It's a weird concept. But it's a concept nonetheless. Like, even some of your favorite VTubers, I guarantee you a lot of them, not all of them are no life in games. They're as casual a player as you and I. You're probably wondering why I did that, because I don't want to get confused here. Because remember, I'm building straight down. Straight down. We're getting good strides here. I'm hoping we can find some diamonds, though. Because by now, this far down, usually before you would see something. Thinking maybe we're going to have to go to negative 18, at the very least, before we start seeing some diamonds of some nature, right? Maybe diamonds are not manifesting for me, because you know what the saying goes, diamonds are a girl's best friend, and your lovely Moonlight Brewmaster, the great category Jiro, is not, unfortunately, a lovely woman. But, you know, so I guess I can't manifest diamonds. I'll also give people a tip. If you're ever, like, this is for my homies out here, these are for my male gents here. If you're ever in a relationship with people of any nature, whether it be male or female, make sure that you don't get people cubic zirconias. So, imitation diamonds. Always got to dive in, man. You will upset and potentially end the relationship if you give somebody a cubic zirconia. I'm not saying I've ever done it, because I have not done that. But, like, don't don't do it. I've seen people do it. I've had friends who've done it. I have had friends who thought it would be a good idea for an engagement ring in particular, to buy a cubic zirconia and then eventually swap it with a swap ring when they could afford it. And I can understand, homies, because people don't understand. Weddings can be expensive, engagements can be expensive, so, but like, they tried to swap out the ring, and when they swapped out the ring, it was just like a freaking sitcom, man. Like the type of stuff you see in sitcoms, like, I don't know, maybe you have seen it in Seinfeld, or How I Met Your Mother, or Friends, or something of that nature, and they tried to swap it out, and when their significant other at the time found out that it was a cubic zirconia, they got into a big fight. And after the fight, the engagement was off. And eventually, after the engagement was off, the relationship was off. So don't try to cheap it. If you can't afford the diamond, then probably maybe you should wait. Because if you give somebody a cubic zirconia, oh, you're treading on thin ice, buddy. Or ma'am, or sir, or they, or them. However you identify here is fine by me. We respect everybody's identifications. But don't get your significant other cubic zirconia or try to play the switchy game on it. It never ends well. It never ends well. Now that I actually got on the topic here, I guess we're randomly Minecrafting and ranting about random stuff. I mean, that is a Saturday morning stream. I mean, we used to just do just chatting here anyway, right? How many of you have seen How I Met Your Mother? I was just having this discussion earlier on about how I Met Your Mother, when you finally get to the end of the show. I mean, I was not happy with the end of the series because I felt like the way the series ends, this is a spoiler. So if you haven't seen the show, this is going to be spoiler territory. I mean, the show is so old at this point that I don't feel like I could honestly potentially spoil the show for anybody that's intentionally watching. But if perhaps you're somebody that's like, I don't know, maybe watching it concurrently on a streaming service, I'm going to spoil something. So you don't want to hear this necessarily. So fair warning. But in How I Met Your Mother, I was not very happy with the ending because, as everybody who's seen the show knows for certain already at this point, basically the whole show, when Ted's telling the story of how you met the kid's mother to them, was just basically a ploy for Ted to ask permission so that he could date or try to woo Robin, who at that point had a lot of stuff that went on in a failed marriage with like Barney, right? Because she didn't find Ted was a good option. She wasn't feeling him like that. He was too safe, maybe too boring. She had broken up with him how many times at this point? So, you know, the mother obviously passed away a long time ago. They applied, it was like cancer, which was sad, but, you know, really downer ending, first of all, to find out that nature. So, like, you get the downer ending part, and then you find out that Ted it was still in love with Robin, and, like, the mother of his children probably was just, like, a consolation prize, which doesn't set well with me as a person, because I feel like you should never get with somebody as a consolation prize, because that's like pity, right? And pity is not cool to have pity on somebody. That's somebody's emotions and feelings. So like to have a kid with somebody like that too, 2 children. Like the fact that I'm married to, which always upset me with the ending of the show, was like Ted didn't marry the kid's mother. They had the 2 children and were living together. And it wasn't until she was like way into their future that then they decided to get married after so many missed opportunities because they got too busy in their life. I don't know, and it just seems like that was very against what Ted was as a character at the beginning of the show. I understand that that's supposed to show like growth and change for Ted, but no. Like that just didn't do it for me because it kind of ruined his character. And the fact that Ted would allow Robin to do everything that she did to him in the show. She broke up with him twice. When she dumped him, she went for like a hot guy that was from, where was it? Guatemala? One of those like exotic places. He was played by what was his guy's name? Enrique Iglesias. I can't pronounce the name. That singer dude, Enrique Iglesias, I think. I'm not very good at Spanish, in case you didn't realize that. Oh, by the way, we got to the bottom level here finally of it. So it's minus 61, like I was saying. We can't mine any further down. So now we can begin the process of strip mining, where I basically just pick a direction, either left or right, and I just start mining straight across. And then we're looking for resources where we find diamonds this way. You want to go as far down as you can here. But yeah, so like, Ted's character was kind of ruined by the show's ending. I didn't like the idea that the mother was a consolation prize. I don't like the fact, oh, we found some redstone there, so let's switch here so I can get some redstone. On this low area, we're probably going to find a lot of potentially diamond, potentially lapis lazuli, which is basically sapphire. And we're also potentially going to find diamonds, mostly diamond. So I wasn't happy about that. On top of that, I felt like you really shouldn't dig down like this, but because we can't dig all the way down, it's okay here. Don't do that though, Wolfies. That's a bad advice that I just gave you. The other thing too that was kind of annoying too at the show towards the end is like you kind of start realizing that Lily and Marshall aren't necessarily the best, like very supportive or good friends to Ted. Because they always waited for Ted to not be at the bar that they hung out with to talk trash about Ted. I understand that stuff that friends do in real life, but I've always felt like from my point of view, if you are waiting, if you have friends that wait to talk behind your back, or if you personally talk behind a friend's back when they're not there, you're not really that person's friend, and that person is not your friend. Because friends really don't do stuff like that and wait to talk and gossip behind other people's back. Me personally, as an individual, I always hate when people talk about me behind my back, or when I'm not available, or will like divulge information about me that I didn't give permission to divulge about. Like, that's just kind of how I am as a person. So, like, when I see stuff like that in the show, and they really were talking bad about Ted. I remember they were trying to not have him get with sort of relationships, and like with the Stella thing, they were trying to look out for him, which I guess that was one of the few times that they kind of were right. But the whole time during the season too, they were always waiting for him not to be at the bar to talk about it. It just didn't feel like they were very supportive friends, and that they were very toxic. And the other thing about Lily in particular, which made me really not like her character, is I felt like she always tried to force the gang together for these big moments, only because, like, she was trying to fill a void in her life for when Marshall wasn't around. And on top of that, I was like, I don't know, I felt like she was an attention seeker, I guess. So that type of stuff didn't set well with me, like, after analyzing the show years later. And just the way it ended. And then the thing about it, too, that really upset me, too, like, with the other character, Barty. Like, Barty had a really good transformation in the show. He started the show as a womanizer that was going to kind of, like, sleep around with everybody. And everybody was, like, a number and just a playtime. And I don't really recommend you should do that as a guy, anyway, because that's just messed up stuff that you don't do, right? You just don't do that type of stuff, at least in my book. And, like, during the show that he started to, you know, when he dated Robin the first time around, he was really serious. Like, he was trying to turn over his leaf, try to change his ways. You know, that was one of his first real stable relationships where it wasn't just, you know, for fun. And it was good. He was having a story arc here. And then Robin dumped him and he went back to his ways, which was fine, I guess, because I suppose on the rebound, he was going to kind of go back, right? There was going to be a relapse of some sort. Not that I really condone that type of behavior as a man. Spoiler, in case you didn't know that. Category Jinro is a he-him, a man. But, I mean, what gave it away, right? These guys honestly thought that it was a female using a male voice changer? Is immersion broken right now? But no, I digress. You know, I don't condone his things. But then, like, he goes on his relapse, whatever, and it's Barney going back to being Barney, but he's still kind of there for his friends, and he kind of helps Ted through stuff, too. Not in the... Oh, that's lava. That will kill us. Let's run back here and close that up. All right, I have a system to notify myself if lots of lava will... I put 2 torches there. All right, we're going to pick a spot a little bit further away and dig straight across this way and see if anything happens here. Hopefully we'll get something. We'll phase. Hopefully. But, yeah. So then, eventually, Barty realizes he's still... Oh, I think I just found a diamond. Hold that thought. Diamonds aren't just a girl's best friend. We found a diamond. I can't pick it up because I have too many resources, though, right? Oh, no. We have to get rid of some. That's not too hard. We just gotta get rid of, like, some extra diorite? Dolomite? Alright, we got some diamonds. There's gotta be another diamond around, though. So usually it's not just one diamond around. It's usually somewhere around the area. Let's look around. I'm gonna kind of mine out this area here so we can find something. Oh, there's another diamond. Alright, nice. See if there's more than one here. Alright, 2 diamonds. Could we get 4 diamonds? Could we get 3 diamonds? Probably not, because there's not a lot of area here. I'm looking around just in case to see how I'm going to do this. Let me dig a little bit more, just in case. Anything? Any more diamonds? Diamonds! I would sing the song Diamonds Are Forever, but I don't want to get content strike. That was the name of a James Bond movie, not a very good James Bond movie. I don't really like that one. Like, my favorite one would have been, I like Never Say Never Again. Although that's technically not canon, because that was not based on the book, and that was just the studio decided they wanted Sean Connery Bond back, so they made a movie for that. I like that one, especially because it's like, the song Never Say Never, ooh, that's a very good song. Just saying. You never heard it? Look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can find it. I didn't find any more diamonds there. But getting back to the Barney plot with How I Met Your Mother. So, like, they did all this figs. Then Barney has feelings for Robin still, right? So he decides he's going to make a move to go all out for Robin's love, right? Which culminates in him having her meet up with him on the night of Ted's, like, great building that had got up reveal when Robin was going to be Ted's date, and Ted was basically just going to try to make his play for Robin. And Barney ends up swooping Robin away because Robin's like, I don't feel you that way, Ted, and I care about Barney, right? So then Barney marries her, and that should be okay. Barney story arc is complete. He found the woman of his dreams. He reformed himself. Everything's good. This is a changed man. And then the last episode happens, and we find out that Robin, as a reporter, always has to travel. It puts a strain on their relationship, and they weren't even married, what? It was like 2 years, and then they were already divorced. So Barney goes back to his ways, a little too much, and then knocks up a random person and has a child, obviously out of wedlock, but that's the child that's able to turn Barney really over a new leaf where he fixes his ways. So he makes a big life mistake, and that life mistake is what causes him to not be a womanizer. But he's only like a baby's daddy. I feel like they really ruined his characterization by doing that. Like, if he divorced from Robin, but then found the love of his life, then I thought that would have been kind of fine. But they really, like, it's just kind of what's the point of anything they did with him. And then the fact that, like, Ted forgives Robin after all those things, and, like, Ted's going to try it again. How are we going to know that after the show ended, that Robin just didn't have one of her crisis again, and's not really in love with Ted, and's not ready for a serious relationship again, and doesn't, like, just dump him later on, right? I don't know, it just felt like a lot of the stuff that happened towards the finale was just, like, made it go bad. And it's unfortunate because it was a really good sitcom. I did enjoy it up until about the 7th season. And I was the type of person that I watched when How I Met Your Mother was in syndication. Actually, not syndication, correction. When it was every week debuted. I never missed an episode. I watched it all the way. The ironic time is I missed the finale because I actually had a college class that day. So I had to watch the finale the day after on the internet, and I watched the finale. I'm trying not to curse while I have a break at my college because I'm, like, so furious at the ending. So, like, that's one of the times where a show really just it was a great show, and the last 2 seasons completely ruined it. And, like, there is an alternate ending on, I think it's the Blu-ray, where the show ends with him just at the part where he met the mother, and that's How I Met Your Mother, and there's nothing else. It's like that edit because there's so many people who had outrage over how it ended, and I think that's probably the way it should have really ended. You know, where Ted had a good, happy story, Robin had a good story. I have 2 torches left, so we're gonna strip mine a little bit more, and then I'm gonna kind of wrap up for the day here, Wolfies, which means we gotta climb all the way the staircase. But, you know, with the How I Met Your Mother, it's just like, what are the things? Like, I don't know anybody gonna remember this show. This is an old show by quite a lot of years. Does anybody remember the show Alf? I mean, you probably have seen Alf because he's appeared on a lot of commercials recently. You know, that alien from Melmac? Alright. I watch Alf, right? Great show. The show gets canceled, right? But they have a final episode. In the final episode, the United States government discovers that Alf actually is on the planet Earth, And right before he's about to go back to his planet Melmac, which is his home planet, and the family he's staying with, I forget their name because it's been years now at this point, the family and him get stopped by the government. And it ends on a cliffhanger where the government has kidnapped Alf. Years and years and years and years went by. And they made a made-for-television movie on ABC where Alf was in the military, right? He's still held up by the military. And they do like the last episode of Alf where Alf finds a way to finds two new people that are able to help him escape from the military base. And he goes on this thing. And then by the end of it, Alf like becomes an ambassador for his planet Melmac on Earth, and it kind of ties up the show. But they implied that there was going to be kind of more. That ending again pissed me off. I understand the first ending really upset me as a kid because I was like, I don't understand. Wait, what's going to happen to Alf? What? Like, you see that episode, and then you're like, wait, this is not a happy ending, and it's dark. This is sad. Yeah. So. And then, like, I was really happy. Years went by, and then they finally decided to... And I get that ending, and it's like, but he never reunited with the family who was his, that took him in all those years, which was the only thing I really wanted from, a resurrection movie, just for, like, the family to find a way to break him out, and him to get... Or the people that helped him would break him out, and then he'd reunite with his family that way. Like, that was a plot point. I understand maybe some of the actors didn't want to come back for it, but, I mean, realistically, when you look at any of the actors that played an Alf, none of them had a career after that, let's be honest. I don't know if some of them died, though, because maybe that was an issue, perhaps. We're going back up. I can't farm for any more diamonds or any resources. We got a lot of stuff done, but that's why I do strip mining. That's why I set it up that way, and everything that, transpired there. So it did make sense, right? But we did manage to make a base. We did manage to strip mine. We did talk about that VTuber incident. I mean, I guess I'm flattered that somebody famous would not only steal the idea I had, but also then throw shade at me. Because if I'm living in somebody that I don't even know's headspace rent-free like that, just to throw shade, like, gotta be doing something right? I suppose so. We talked about I basically put over Cover Corp and my idea as to why I feel like they should have a extra. Oh god, this zombie's really good. He killed me in the middle of a fight. That son of a. You know what? I challenge you to fisticuffs. I was in the middle of wrapping up my stream, and you tiny little jerk come out of nowhere and kill me. Thank goodness we're in the base too. He's gonna kill me. What are you, zombie villager? There's not even a village around here. Go do something with yourself. He killed me how many times? 3, 4 times? Thank goodness we were right at the base. How dare you? Okay, he's dead. I hope we didn't lose our diamonds. I don't care if we lost, like, the iron and stuff, but if we lost, we're gonna go check. If we got everything here, we're fine. Oh, my sword and stuff. Okay. Looks like he killed us inside, and we picked everything back up. Whew. That made me sad. Okay. We're gonna put the diamonds away, right? And then we're gonna put, like, some of the iron. Probably I'll put it to melt, but we won't do that on this particular stream. But yeah, so we talked about Cover and the idea of how I feel like they should do a third branch where they have male and females working together, because I think that would be an easier way to ease in the hardcore audiences to accepting certain things. I think it would be kind of cool because, again, Cover has only done the female branch and the male branch, and they're separate, and they don't really meld together. But if you had a third branch where two groups, like two male and females, debuted alongside working together, I think that could be very groundbreaking for them. But so I talked about that a bit on stream. We talked about in detail how I hate the How I Met Your Mother ending. We talked a little bit about Alf. Maybe I carbon dated myself a little bit about talking about Alf, but I don't care. Like, if you think there are VTubers out there that are not 30 plus crowd, I mean, a lot of the ones you're watching now, they won't say they're 30 and up, but they are 30 and up. You're oh honey. I mean, the majority of even the regular content creators that we're watching, like Moist Critical, Osmongold, they're in their 30s too. So I'm just one of the people that's not afraid to admit I'm in the 30 up crowd, right? Okay, but yeah, we got to talk about that Alf We got strip mining done where we got 2 diamonds. I would have hoped to get 6 diamonds here. We got a lot of iron, which we need to craft armor, as well as more iron pickaxes, which will make strip mining the next time we do this a lot easier too. We have a bed. We have a very small little makeshift base. I think the next time that I do the base, what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll probably... I'm thinking here. We'll probably make some strides to get some lava, get more diamonds, so that we could create a nether portal, so at least we could check out the nether. I will probably grind a little off stream just so that I have more iron to work with. I have more diamonds to work with, because I don't think you want to see me start a stream again strip mining. I just did it here so you guys who maybe have never played Minecraft before, thinking on getting into it, will kind of see an idea of how you really truly get started, which is why I didn't just start the world off of stream, because I felt like it would be necessarily a great disservice. I'm just organizing items right now because the zombie kind of killed me and it kind of ruined my loadout, and then we will be wrapping up here in a quick second. I just want to give people a heads up. Next week, I'm sorry, because like this week we didn't do the movie night that I originally was planning to do, because it's just been a hectic week and I'm very tired and low on energy. This was probably the most high energy stream I've had all week, just because I wasn't personally stressed out as much today, and just because I you know, I went into it with a good headspace, I guess is what I'm getting at. But I didn't do the movie week this week. It'll come back next week, so we'll watch Friday the 13th, which Ruju is planning to do this week. Next week, my apologies. I know we only have 4 videos this week. Again, my apologies. It's just a very stressful week. I wasn't able to get the work done the way I normally get it done. And a lot of that had to do with just kind of like stuff going on the side personally. But next week, we'll be back at it. I'm not going to commit to a 7-day week, but we'll do the usual 6. We'll do the movie night. Some of the schedule is definitely going to be changing up as well, because I've been looking at the analytics, and there's some games that it looks like you've been burnt out on now. Like, you really enjoyed Cult of the Lamb in the beginning, but I guess because the game is no longer newish, people have dropped off and not interested. Which is fine, because we listen to you on the channel as to what you want to watch or what you don't want to watch. Okay, so we did it. Look at me, I'm all spoof and fancy. Let's go back to just chatting. Another thing that we're probably going to do is Batman was more popular than I thought it was. So I think we'll begin our playthrough of Batman Arkham City. I'm going to do New Game Plus because I've already beaten the game. And the only reason I didn't do Arkham Asylum New Game Plus was because there is no New Game Plus in Arkham Asylum. So we're going to do Batman Arkham Asylum. I know that much too. I think we're going to be playing some more Mario Kart, because Mario Kart was definitely popular. So definitely look forward to Mario Kart. And then the rest of the schedule, it's like to be determined. Depending on how Monster Hunter does, like the ones I put up recently, we might do more Monster Hunter. If not, I have an idea of something that I might play that I think maybe some people will be interested in, but time to tell. The schedule will go up tomorrow, Sunday. Again, apologies that also the Uno stream wasn't this Sunday. Again, it was a weird week in terms of scheduling, and I had a lot of scheduling conflicts. I just wasn't able to do things, record as well as I'd like to. Apologies. I'll do better next week. So Uno that Sunday one will be pushed to obviously next week too. So you're guaranteed to see an Uno, a Mario Kart, Batman, Arkham City, the movie night. The other 2 figs are up in the air for now, to be determined. But they will be determined on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, Wolfies. As the saying goes, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I hope you enjoyed Minecraft, and if you're interested in seeing me play more of this, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next week, which is really, when you think about it, not that long from now.